Hello everyone and welcome to the DPB podcast. I'm your host Ryan Mondis. This is episode number 274 for February 7th, 2023.
Welcome to the Disney Pins blog podcast, the latest news on Disney pin trading and collecting from around the world.
Welcome back to the show everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. It was another crazy week for pin releases at Disney parks. We'll get into those at the end of the episode, but first we'll start off with housekeeping. I have three things to mention today. First one is I don't think I will have a podcast episode next week. I do have a lot going on with work next week, so I don't think I'll have time to film and edit the podcast. But all of the pin news will be up on the website, DisneyPinsBlog.com. Second thing is if you guys had your eye on our Lady and the Tramp Valentine's Day pin release, we are getting very low on stock. I think at the time of this recording, we only have about 25 to 30 remaining. So yeah, get in your last minute Valentine's Day orders. That pin will probably be selling out soon. And then the third thing for housekeeping, very exciting. We are back again on Whatnot for our second giveaway. And this one's even bigger than the first giveaway we did on Whatnot. The first one, we gave away 2 WDI profile pins. This one, we have 6 different giveaways. And it is happening this Friday, February 10th at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. I have all of the information in the blog post at Disney Pins Blog. You can sign up for a Whatnot account. It's free. And then be sure to bookmark our show. So you definitely want to bookmark it so be reminded for whenever I go live. I'll be live for about 15 minutes giving away 6 different exclusive pins. We have a Maleficent WDI spinner pin, a Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway jumbo pin, 2 of our premier pins. I got the Ariel Seahorses and Snow White and Old Hag frame pin. Then I have the Ariel Reflections pin from Mickey's of Glendale. That was from the D23 Expo last year. And then finally we have an old Splash Mountain WDI pin. That's the grand finale there. So I'll see you guys this Friday on Whatnot. All right, now let's get into the pin news. First, we're going to start off with Pink a la Mode. Last week they had an Encanto pin release. 4 different pins here. They feature Maribel, Isabella, Lucia, and Bruno. Those are limited edition of 300, retail price $25 each. And then at the time I'm recording this, they have a pin release right now featuring Hercules. 4 different pins here featuring Hercules and Megara, Hades, Hercules and Pegasus, and Pain and Panic. Those are also limited edition, $325 each. And don't forget you can use our coupon code DPB for 5% off. Next up is Box Lunch. There was a new 3 Caballeros pin release last week. This one is called Rain, and it has a retail price of $9.90. Also at Box Lunch was a new Hercules The Muses Group pin. This one is also $9.90. Next up is our sales at DPB Store. We did have a new Loungefly pin release featuring Brave Little Tailor. You got Mickey and Minnie on the carousel. It's limited edition of 1,400. Retail price is $20, and it has 2 sliding elements for the carousel horses. They move up and down. Also at DPB Store, we had our next exclusive pin release last week. It features Pinocchio and Cleo, the fish, with Figaro on the side of the fishbowl. It has a stained glass element for the fishbowl so you can see through it. It's limited edition of just 300. Retail price is $12.90. And that released last week, exclusive to DPB Store, officially licensed by Disney. And then this Thursday, we have 2 pin releases. So be sure to check back at the store this Thursday, probably in the afternoon, because in the morning, I think I might be over at Magic Kingdom. I have an opportunity to ride Tron. So once I get back from riding Tron, I'll be sure to get the new pins in the store. All right, next up is Amazon. They had a new Disney Villains Mystery Pin Set. There's only 4 pins in this set, but it's limited edition of just 300. 1 randomly selected pin per box, officially licensed by Disney. And the pins feature an ombre print. You have Snow White on one, Princess Tiana on the other, Ariel with Ursula, and Maleficent with Aurora. And those are exclusive to Amazon. Next up is Shop Disney. They had a new Disney 100 pin release. This one is called the Mickey Mouse Countdown Pin. And I think this is the first time I've ever seen a dry erase board on a Disney pin. You have Mickey there with a paintbrush, and then in the center it says counting down to with a blank space, and you can use a dry erase marker to count down to your celebration. It's open edition, retail price is $29.99, and it comes with little E's on the back so you could stand this pin up. Next at Shop Disney, there were two D23 Gold Member exclusive pins. One features Tiana from Princess and the Frog. That's limited edition of 1,000. And the second one features Peter Pan 70th Anniversary. That's limited edition of 1,500. And apparently these sold out very quickly. I had the blog post up on Sunday. These were released on Tuesday morning at Shop Disney. And I heard they were gone within a couple of minutes. Not sure if that was an error on Shop Disney's part. Maybe they will reappear. I also heard there was a lot of people that had canceled orders. So not sure what was going on there. All right, next we'll head overseas to Hong Kong Disneyland. They have 3 exclusive pin releases for the month of February. First is the next pin in the dress collection. This one features Rapunzel, limited edition of 400. Then they have a Peter Pan 70th Anniversary pin. We actually already got this one at shopdisney.com, but they have 400 units of this pin at Hong Kong Disneyland. And then they also have the Rescuers Foodies pin. This is the second release in the Foodies collection, limited edition of 5,000, but there's only 200 units at Hong Kong, so the rest will be available at Shop Disney. Then we head over to Shanghai Disney Resort. They had a few new pin releases for the Cherry Blossom Festival. They feature Chip 'n Dale and Clarice, all with cherry blossoms. And there's also one with Chip 'n Dale in an egg on a slider element. And they are wearing rabbit ear headbands. All right, then finally we have Disney Parks in America. First up is a new Disney 100 lanyard and pins. These were actually given to guests who booked a Disneyland vacation package, either directly with Disneyland or through Costco. It's a Disneyland Resort Disney 100 lanyard, and then 2 Disney 100 pins. One features Mickey and Minnie, and the other one features Donald and Daisy. Those are not available for purchase. Next at Disney Parks, there were 2 new Marvel collectible pin packs. I spotted one at Epcot and then a different one at Animal Kingdom. Each pack features 5 randomly selected pins, and there are 16 pins in total. So 32 new pins between the 2 mystery packs. Next at Disney Parks were new Winnie the Pooh map pins. The first one features Pooh with Christopher Robin, and you have a map in the background. The second one is Roo and Tigger with the map in the background. And the third one is Piglet with Eeyore. And all the characters on these pins are a pin-on-pin design. These are open edition, retail price $14.99 each. Next, there were 2 new Oswald the Lucky Rabbit pins for the Disney 100 series. I spotted these ones at Disney's Hollywood Studios. They were actually at the pin store on Sunset Boulevard near Tower of Terror. First one is a pin-on-pin design. It just reads Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And the second one is a flat pin with Oswald in his car. Both of those are open edition and $14.99 each. And then lastly, we have the new limited edition pin releases this week at Disney Parks. Again, there were a lot of new releases. First, we'll start off with Walt Disney World. There were just 4 at Disney World. Most of the other ones were at Disneyland. First in Florida, though, we caught up with Disneyland on the Unlock the Evil collection. We received Hades, which this previously released at Disneyland on January 24th. Then we got the first pin in the Turn Over Time pin series. This is a bi-monthly collection that alternates between both coasts. The first one features Tinkerbell and is exclusive to Walt Disney World. Limited edition of 2,500. This pin should have released in the month of January, but it's a little late. Released on Tuesday, February 7th. There was the first release in the Disney Afternoon Quarterly Collection at Walt Disney World. This is a larger pin with a pin-on-pin design and glitter embellishments. limited edition 1500, $29.99 for the retail price. And then Walt Disney World also got the new Mandalorian pin. It looks like it glows in the dark. I couldn't tell when I purchased the pin myself, but it's a limited release. Retail price $17.99, and that also appeared at Disneyland. All right, now we'll get into the Disneyland exclusive releases. They received their second release in the Best Buds collection. This one features Geppetto and Pinocchio. Pin-on-pin design with glitter. Limited edition of 2500, retail price $19.99. Disneyland also got a different version of the Disney Afternoon pin, new quarterly collection. So there should be 4 uniques on both coasts, making it an 8-pin collection. Again, LE 1500, $29.99 for the retail price. And then the second release in the Turn Over Time series features Genie. This one released at the same time as the Walt Disney World version on February 7th. It's a limited edition of 2500. Retail price on this series is a little higher, coming in at $21.99. And then we have these shared pin releases. These will be available on both coasts, but right now they're only available at Disneyland. First, we'll start off with the Mardi Gras 2023 pin. It features Mickey and Minnie as a pin-on-pin design, and there's lots of purple glitter in the background. Limited release, $17.99 retail price. Next up is the Goofy How to Ride a Horse pin. This one is limited edition of 3000, retail price $19.99. Just available at Disneyland so far. Then there was a second Mandalorian pin that released, featuring the Starfighter ship as sculpted metal and glitter embellishments in the background. This is limited release, retail price $17.99, and it appeared at Disneyland and online at shopDisney, but will be coming soon to Walt Disney World. Then there were 5 new pins featuring Iron Man. These are limited release, retail price $17.99. I could see these appearing online as well, not sure yet, but they will be coming to Walt Disney World. Then there was a new Ant-Man and the Wasp pin release. This is limited release, retail price $17.99, only available at Disneyland so far. Then there was a new Soul pin, Pixar Soul. It's actually called The Art of Soul and is based on Joe's life digital storyboard. It's limited release, retail price $17.99, only at Disneyland so far. And then finally, there's a new Star Wars mystery pin set. This one features Hoth. It's limited release. There are 12 pins in total, 2 randomly selected per box. Retail price $24.99. Again, only at Disneyland right now, but coming soon to Walt Disney World. So yeah, like I mentioned, big week for pin releases. If you guys missed anything or want to see a closer look or any of the details, all of it is up at DisneyPinsBlog.com in the weekly pin post. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for your February 2023 Week 1 Disney Pin News. Again, I won't have a podcast episode next week, but all of the info is always up on the website. And don't forget to join our live stream on Whatnot this Friday, 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for listening and watching. Have a great rest of your week. See ya.